Hey, folks. Yeah, it's early here on a Friday morning. Well, early for me, as I try to correct some wrongs, right the ship, so to speak. I want to take some of the things that Senior Juckett taught me. So let's take a look at what I learned and what worked last night. And I want to see if it works again today, because I'm starting to wonder if I was doing something wrong or if there was just some flukiness going on in the game, or if the game has truly got some things it needs to fix. First things I did, all right, let's check out where we're going to hit from. So we're hitting from over here. We want to land it over here. All right, so Freddie Couples. I've been staying with Freddie Couples. I want to keep it consistent, so I'm going to go Freddie Couples. First thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm not going to use the CPU assist. I'm just going to use the target. All right. And what we talked about last night is, if you see down here in the bottom, my driver is 294. All right. That's about where I'm going to hit that. Okay, club carry distance. Okay, so it's going to hit 283 and then carry to 294, I think. So what I want to do is I want to put my target. Okay, because what we were talking about last night is, as I was putting my target way down here at 365, so he's trying to hit that, and that was sending the ball all over the course. So if I try to hit my target less, so 283, right around 277, that is less than 283. So last night, this was working, and I want to give it another shot this morning. So I am not gonna go way down here. I'm gonna stay within my reach. So 278 is less than the 283. So let's try it. Okay. Oh, I got some wind. Oh, you know something? Let me do this. Let me fix this. All right. I want to put no wind. I'm going back to no wind just to prove a point here. But I'm staying with Freddie Couples. Okay, I'm going to go to, that was the Connecticut place. So we'll go to Connecticut Club. No wind. Okay. Now, let's try to prove my point here. With no wind, if I keep my driver right about 275, that's less than the 283. Let's see what happens. Hey, what's going on, Andrew? I'm trying something that Ron taught me last night, because I was having frustrations with this game, and it could have been me. So we're going to find out. So I'm gonna aim it within my distance instead of over my distance. There's no wind. Let's see what happens. Okay. That is not bad. Okay, so a 1.8 miss hit is acceptable. It is very acceptable. My contact wasn't that bad. This is all acceptable. So let's click off of that. So let's take a look at the green. So if we want to put it right about here, so that's what, 120. 120. All right, I get no wind. I'm at 120. And this over here is 121. 119 is going to roll to 120. That's about perfect. That's about perfect. So let's swing. And look at that. Look at that. Now again, there's no wind, but I'm just trying to prove my miss hit theory. So I got a 0.6 left miss hit. Perfectly acceptable. Now I'm going uphill. Oh, let's go a normal putt, 6 feet. And look at that. I birdied the first hole with Freddie Couples. So let's see if this continues, shall we? So, if I take out my driver, again, my driver is 283. It's going to land at 272. Or something like that. Looks like I'm going uphill a little bit, too. Okay. So if I'm going uphill, that would make for this difference in number here. So I'm only going to go 272. So I'm going to go 260. And I'm going to bring it over here a little bit so I can try to get a better angle at the flag. Let's check it out, shall we? So I'm going to go 260. Maybe even, I'll go 264. 263. Now let's swing. And voila. Voila. This is way better. My experiment's not done. See, I got a 1 degree mishit. Perfectly acceptable. I'm not expecting a 0 mishit, but neither do I want 8s and 9s. So, Freddie Couples now. So everything's going up. So if I want to drop it right about here at 55, then I would want to hit this about 50%. And that should give me, I might even snug it up here to 56. Okay. So let's try that. Actually, you know something? I don't know if I need to go to 52 on that. So let me bump this up. Because I think the key is keeping the target number under the number here. Because otherwise you're trying to hit it too far. Let's find out. Now 55 is not ideal because you want to keep it at 50. And this could go left to right. So let's try this. Yep, so I went left a lot more than I thought. Because I went 55. So that was a terrible shot. So 4 degrees to the left. Okay. Not good, but still within reason. So if I want to try a lob now, I'm going to try a flop. The flop is always better, I think. So let's try the flop. Nope, I didn't hit it far enough. I can never figure that out. That's one part of the game I got to figure out. So now I'm going to probably bogey this unless I sink this. Oh, I sank it for par. Okay. So I got a par. Not bad. So now, let's try my theory. So I want to put it here, right? My first 2 drives have been pretty good. So let's test the theory. If I go to 334, I'm going to aim at 334, which is well beyond my 286 or my 283. Let's see the mishit. Yep. See that? You see that, folks? I might have stumbled on the cure for the mishit. I might have. I'm not sure. So there's a 9.2. So now let's just chip it back out here on the course. I'm going to shorten that up a little bit. Oh, I hit that way too hard. Oh, okay, I didn't. That was me. That was me. That's okay. That was me. If we're going to aim there 45, because I'm not using the assist, I got to bring this down. So that's fine. That was me. Again, this is just an experiment here. I'm not really worried about my score, but you can see when I overshot it. Yeah, well, that's what I was doing. Remember, in the discussion we had, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I just want to know what I'm doing wrong. And that's what I was doing wrong, it looks like. So, if I got 31, if I want to do a lob, I'm going to do it right there. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So now let's see if we can putt this in. And I screwed up, so I'll get to double bogey because that's my screw up. But you can see that my drive was way off because I went too far. If that's the solution, it's an easy solution. It's an easy fix. It's just changing the way I play and not by much. So I want to go here. So that's 299. That's too much. That's not going to work. So I need to bring it back to about 275. So 275 is below the 283. Let's see how straight this drive goes. Now, I'm not expecting all of them to be perfectly straight, but I am not expecting the 9, 10, 11, or 12% mishits. Look at that. 2.7. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. So, where are we now here? So, coming back at us a little bit. So if we go here, that's 183. Okay, so at 100%, we got 181. So let me bring that back to 179. Okay, I'm going to go 179. I'm going to bring it down underneath the number. That'll be a little short and a little left, but very acceptable. 1.7. That is livable. It is. So now let's just see if we can come out of this with a birdie or a par. Probably a par. That's fine. Much, much better. Much better golf. So I'll do a couple of more holes here to try to prove my point. So let's take a look at the terrain. All right. So if we go right at the hole, 221. See, I got the 216. So if I were to shoot it right at here, I would be overshooting it and I would miss. That's what I've learned. If I go with a 3, 222 with a 3. See how my carry is 220. Well, let's see. 223. Let's bring that in just a tad. Let's go 220. How about that? Let's go 220 and see how my accuracy is. Off the tee. Right at the hole, practically. A little long and a tad bit left, but it's nothing like what was happening. 1.5. Really, not that big of a deal. We'll lag this one up close. And we'll walk out of here with par. I hope. That was a bad putt. We got it. Okay. So, we'll try another drive. That's what we want to do. So if I come over here, so that's 264. We go 273. Let's try to keep it over here. 277, which is under my 284, 283. Again, no wind. Slightly to the right. But again, it's very acceptable. So that's probably going to be, what, 2 to the right? 3 to the right. See, that's livable. All right, so now the 3-wood. I go for 253, 250. I don't know if it'll carry over that. It might. So we're going to let this ride. 251 is under 256. Let's see what happens. A little bit to the left. But I can get there. 4 to the left this time. Okay? A little bit more than I would like, but it's still not ridiculous. So I'm going to do a lob. Right there. Yeah, I would like to get that a little closer, but we could work with this. 9 feet. Oh, that was a bird attempt. Okay. And there we are. All right, so one more hole, and I want to prove a point. So, I would normally tee off right around here. Okay. Let's see what happens. If I go 345, let's see if my point is proven. Oh, yeah. See that, folks? When you're trying to hit way beyond what the club hits, you get in trouble. So I want to go about, well, let's come over here. 129 is going to be what now? 120. All right, we'll go pitch and wedge. Pitch and wedge. Just to get it back on. Yep, there we are. And now we'll take a look at the green. Coming back at us. So 82. 82 is our ideal shot. So if we go, All right, so we're going to go 75, which is good for accuracy. We do got to get up over that hump. So we're going to have to gamble here and go 83. So I'm going to aim it at 81, which is under 83. It's going to go a little wide because I'm hitting 80%. But I want to get that little bit of distance. And look at that. Look at that. Will you? A 1.1. Not bad. So let's try to putt this. Now remember, I'm getting bogey here because I was purposely overhitting the drive. And there we are. All right, one last hole to see if I can prove my point about the drive. So 212. I might want to hit a little further than that. So 213. So that's 207. 216. I want to hit it high to take it off a little bit. So 209. 209. I'm going to go 207. See if I can get a little bit of a roll out of that. And I'm going to come over here. So I'm going to hit it. Carry 209. And let's go. Oh, that's a mishit. Okay, that's a bad one. That's a bad mishit. 5.2. So that's not good. That's not in the acceptable range. So now I got to go 24. I'll try that. Oh, the Strat basketball. Isn't that good? I can't wait to play more. I think I'm going to go to the forum and play next. The Strat basketball is unbelievable. So I got another mishit there. And, oh, I hit it too hard. That would have been a par. So I'll settle for the bogey. So, yeah, so I got... The one bogey I got was from a mishit. The other two were from me purposely mishitting. So, now, let's take the driver out and go 278 with the driver. And let's see what that does. So 278 is less than 284. And, yep, that's exactly what I wanted to do. A little long. But that's the path I wanted. And all I ask is that I get on a path that I want. So, let's throw this one on the green. So, 114. What if I bump this up to 116? So, I'm going to put that at about 114 and see how close I come. Okay, I went a little far. I hit it a little hard. And, yeah, I hit it 89 instead of 85. That's because I was hitting at a bad percentage. So let's get a lob going here. There we go. I always come up short. I always hit it farther in the lob because I hate going short. All right, so for par here. Nope, I hit it too hard again. So I guess I got to lag it now for the pars. For the putts. All right, one more drive just to show. So we're going to tee off from over here. I don't want to hit any of these houses. So if we come over here, 274, but I want to come back over here because I want to avoid the bunkers. So I'm going to go right about here, 277. Let's see if I can hit this. Look at that. Not too bad. A little bit to the right. Yeah, it rolled into the bunker. That's what I figured. But I only hit a 1.9 to the right. The contact was a little much. But again, I find this to be acceptable. All right, so if I hit the 9 iron, I can get it 145. So let's try that. And look at that. Look at that. Wow. So, I gotta say, For the most part, it's not perfect. But for the most part, this game is, just missed that, much better. Much, much better when playing with the target, taking off the CPU assist, playing with the target, and keeping that number underneath what you want to shoot. So if I'm, 173 is a little much. 161. I'm going to go 160. I'm going to come over here. So 160, 100%. Look at that. There we go. There we go. 8 feet. We'll just putt it. Bird. Bird. So, what can I tell you, folks? I think this is working. I'm happy with what I got. So let's try. Oh, we might as well wrap it up here. Well, 272. I hit it right here, which is underneath the 283 and the 290. Yep. There we go. I think we found the solution, folks. It's something that I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Obviously, I had to be doing something wrong, but what was it? Why was I so far out of bounds on a lot of shots? It was so frustrating. But that's the key. So I got 74. That's going to be 101. So I'm going to back that down. Oh, I can't really back that down. I got to go. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go 76. I'm going to go high. So if I have it at 74, so let's back that off to 73. 72. And let's hit that up and get that to drop right by the hole. Not too bad. Looks like I overhit it a little bit. Looks like I overhit it a lot. So I wanted to hit that 75 and high, and I hit it 75. It just rolled. So let's putt. All right. And so we snugged that up nice for the tap in. There we go. And that's a par. And I think that's going to be the winner, folks. So we'll go to, let's come over here. 272. And let's swing. Yep. Now that went a little left, but not horribly left. So that was a miss hit of 3. Again, that's on the edge of what I would consider acceptable, but so I'm on the fairway, so if I want to crank that up to 209, so if I want to hit it over here, so I'm going to go 209. I'm going to give it a little bit of a draw to try to curl it back over here. Let's see how I can do that. So again, I'm 210 instead of the 215. Yep, that's about as good as I'm going to play that with the water. That's pretty much where I wanted to put it, folks. And I know I'm a million miles away. But the idea was to avoid that water. And now, I got this for bird. There it is. So, I think that's it. I think the key is to don't use the CPU assist. I always use that. Use your target. And figure out the best line. And keep this within acceptable range. So 260 is where I want to be, or something like that, underneath this number here. And there it is. So that's that, folks. That's the morning experiment with the golf. And so far, this is where it is. That seems to be the key. I got to give Uncle Ron props on that. He's the one that come up with this thing here. So if I got 142, yeah, so I'm gonna go high on that. So if I want to come over here, 138. 113 is not going to work. So 135. Oh boy, 143. We'll come over here at 140 and hit it. So you know what? You hate to go off 95. You hate to do that because you're going to be inaccurate, but I'm in between kind of clubs right now. So yeah, so there's my inaccurate shot, but still not bad. Not bad at all. So as you can see, I was 4.5 to the right because I was using 95%, but I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But again, I got a birdie putt, and it's in. Bird. There it is. There it is. So, what do we got here? Let's see, what time is it here? I got a doctor's appointment this morning. I can try to hurry up this right here. So that's 274. So if I bring this back to I'm gonna put it right about here because I don't trust the drivers. So I'm gonna go right about here with the 257 with the 3-wood. Oh, that was bad. Okay. Not sure what I did wrong there, but that was really bad. That was terrible. So, an 8.3 to the right. I thought I was playing within... those parameters. And that's a bad flop right there. So, now could this just be one of those bad holes? I mean, sometimes that happens. So it's quite possible. Look at that one. Look at that one. It's quite possible that was one of his actual big mishits during the course. I still come out of it with a par. So I got a par 3 now. Need to go long. So if I aim it for 164 and I got a 169. Not bad. And considering the pin placement, I didn't have a lot of choice. I couldn't go with a lesser club. So let's try to lag this close. See if we come up with a par. Yeah. Okay. Just put that in, and we'll take the par. Considering that pin placement, that wasn't too bad. All right, so where am I teeing off from now? So I'm teeing off from over here. If I go here, 18% with the trees. Really? All right, so I'm going to have to back this down to about a 5-wood. Because I got trees in the way. That's unless I come over here. No, I can't do that. I don't do that. I might even go to 3-iron. No, we'll go 5. So 253. So we're going to try to come over here.
4.
And we're all right. That was still a miss hit, but we're all right. Wow, 5.6. So I'm starting to wonder about my theory now because I'm hitting underneath that number and I'm still getting some miss hits here. So this is 127. We'll probably put it over here, 128. 21. We definitely don't want that. That would, well, no, that would be water. So we want 129. So we're going to go 127. We're going to hit a 129. Not too bad, folks. Not too bad at all. I curl that in. Look at that for the bird. Look at that. All right, last hole. 266 with the driver. Yep. So it looks like I had, out of the 18 holes, well, considering a couple I kind of did on purpose, I've only had two to three really bad mishits, which is very acceptable. Yeah, definitely go Adam Sandler, right? Well, let's take a look at what the green looks like. All right, so it's going to go this way. So 143. If I go high 143, it's going to go 138. So I want to put it right about here. Right about there. Off to the right a tad. 2.4. Still acceptable. See if we can get this one close. Yeah, not too bad. See if we can put that in. Oh, wow. That was a par. He missed it. But anyway. So, that's my little experiment. Not too bad. Look at all the birdies. Look at all the birdies I got. And some of these orange ones were me messing around. So, all in all, I think this method's going to work. I think this method is going to work. Yeah, I'm just wrapping up here. Al, I tried a new way of hitting. I'm using the target, and I'm trying to target it less then. And I found out that if I put the target way past what the club can hit, it goes off target every time. So, that's how to eliminate a lot of the mishits. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Use your target, and don't, if your driver is 286, set your target for 280 or a little bit less. But if you go over to 286, that's when you're going to notice the mishits. So I'm Dave. I hope this clarified a few things. Give this a try. Let me know, because it worked for me for the most part. It wasn't perfect. There still was some bad hits even when I tried to do everything correctly, but they were very acceptable. Those numbers were acceptable. So I got to go walk the dog. I'll be back later. Doctor's appointment, then Uncle Ron at noon. And I think I'm going to come back this afternoon with either some more Strat basketball or I'm going to play some shootout hockey. But I'll be back with something this afternoon and then tonight's support chat. So, yeah, check that out, Al. Let me know what you think. Try that. We talked about it last night. I gave it a couple of goes last night, and it seemed to work like a charm. And, again, there was only a couple holes today. That there were some hits that I did everything right, and I still mishit. It's part of golf, and that's acceptable. But what wasn't acceptable, it was all the time. So I'm Dave. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk to you a little bit later today. Bye-bye.